Hello, you all, and welcome to our very first episode. I am very excited to be doing this. This is going to be our first episode for the Dark Ride review. All right, my Dark Riders, let's get ready for this. We're going to actually be doing a haunted house. It's a pretty long one, actually. I think this is great for our first episode, besides our intro episode, which you guys probably already watched. This is going to be in Ocean City, Maryland. It's on the boardwalk. I guess it's been going on there since 1964 when this first opened, this haunted ride. Um, I guess it's called Trimper's Haunted House. Trippers. That's I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but you can look it up. As of what I've seen on posts and stuff, it's $7 to get on, which isn't bad. And, it's a boardwalk uh, haunted house, so it's not too bad for a price on the boardwalk. It averaged about 6 minutes, which is pretty good. I gotta remember not to scream into this mic. Um, so yeah, so let's go ahead and get this started here. I'm gonna turn down the mic a tad here. There we go. So I'm not blasting you guys away here. There we go. That's a little better. All right. All right, guys. So yeah, we're gonna get started on this video here, our first episode. I'm very excited about this. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I am going to be pausing quite a bit because I want to talk about some things. And of course, at the end of the episode, we're going to go through our test and see what kind of score we get on this ride. All right, let's get started here. All right, gonna go ahead and push play. Let's do this.
Welcome. We are in need of some.
All right, right off the bat here, you can see that the facade, the outside of the ride, is pretty well done, I would say. Uh, they got some animatronics out here. I like how they have the cars going around through the back, kind of like giving it a 3D kind of look there. Um, one of the back of the cars here above my head says "Rest in Peace." That's kind of neat. So I have a feeling they have different sayings on the back of the cars. Well, that's already a plus right there. I would say give this a 10 on the outside, making you want to ride this ride. And the cars are very iconic too. Um, so yeah, let's continue.
Strong hearts. In our laboratory, that is. A hair-raising.
Let's see, they got some fog explosions right there. That's pretty neat. They added that in. These doors I see are moving back and forth. Great animatronics in the front alone already. Here we go. Let's see. All right. Turn back now. Okay. All right. We've seen these before in some haunted houses. All right. I got some paintings. That's not bad though. Okay. All right. We're starting off with some good effects there. You had that long hallway going down. It looked like a mine shaft. They had a few paintings on the side, as a lot of you guys will know and learn that I'm not a big fan of just paintings on the wall. It's very cheesy but they seem to have actually made that work pretty good. So we'll give them that there. Um, and of course, you got your here. We got our spinning tunnel, which is pretty average in haunted houses, dark rides. So, and this one's actually well done. Scary clown right there. That's pretty scary. Nice, nice. Okay, we seem to be in an upside down house, I guess. Interesting. Okay. Going a little fast right here. All right. That's a great one, guys. That's great. I noticed it did speed up a little bit. Sometimes these houses could go a little too fast. I know they're trying to pump people through and get the ride done, but sometimes you want to sit and see, go by the animatronics so fast you don't even get a chance to really see anything. So that could sometimes be a negative. That might be have to be something we'll put on um, our test. So anyway, let's continue. Okay, now there is scare actors in this haunted house. I'm not sure if this is something they do year round. Maybe this was around Halloween, but if they do it year round, that is great. Another plus. We always love scare actors. That adds so much to a haunted house or haunted dark ride. So um, yeah, just continue. Love it. All right, this is very haunted mansion style. If you can see those pictures on the wall, that's very I guess you could say haunted mansion. Hey, I'm wearing my haunted mansion shirt, by the way. Got to represent one of the best dark rides, the goat of dark rides. Yeah, this is very I don't know. I guess you could say haunted mansion. Got another picture there. We just passed it. Another haunted mansion picture. Zombies. Sorry if you guys can't handle the flashing lights. I will put a warning in the beginning of this video. Okay, we're in some kind of catacombs here. This is pretty neat. This kind of stuff really kind of gets me. I don't know about you guys, but skeletons, dead bodies, uh, caskets, those always get me because you never know when something's gonna pop out, get you. So this is a very good scene right here. I like it. Oh wow. Okay. I think they might have there might have been some music playing that they had to turn off the sound for on this. It's interesting because I thought that was the end of the ride because I saw the light, but no, this we're at the top of the ride, which is when it comes to length, this ride is already passing. All right, I might have to add a little bit of some music there, maybe some theme music of ours. All right, and we're heading back in. Nice. I like that. That's great. That was awesome. You saw the skeleton come down. That was great. Animatronics are so pretty good so far. They're nice and good. Oh, I thought that was a scare character at first. That's an animatronic. Wow. Look out! Nice. Why is that so creepy right there? That guy just hanging there in the um, alley or whatever it is. Got that bat. The bat kind of killed it a little bit, but that's just creepy. The guy hanging. That's great animatronics and a great visual right there. Well, that's very Indiana Jones style right there. I like that. Got the nun on the wall. That's good. Wow, this is what I'm talking about. So some I've seen some of these rides have water, which is pretty crazy. They have the water with the electronics and the track and everything. I don't know how they manage this, but they do. I'm sure the water drips into some kind of a filter platform or something and just kind of, you know, gets pumped back to the top. But it's pretty interesting that they do this, and it's one of my favorite things I've seen on rides. All right, guys, and that is the end of the ride there. We're going to stop it there and we're going to move on to the review. This ride was great. I love it. I can't wait to review it. Okay, and it is time for the review. All right, so we just watched Trimper's Haunted House in Ocean City, Maryland. It's on the boardwalk. It's been around for a while, since 1964, like I explained in the beginning. It's a great dark ride. I would love to experience it. I probably will one day, if I'm just going through or something, passing through. It's one of my must go dos. So yeah, so let's start with this review. Well, okay. This is our first time doing a review, so give us a little bit of a leeway here. I got one of those robot vacuums going on in the background, so if you hear something a little funny, that's what it is. Um, we don't have a studio yet. I mean, I have a little studio here, but we're still starting off here, so uh, starting off small and humble. Okay, guys, so we're gonna start off with the exterior of this ride. This ride has amazing exterior. Um, have I seen even more amazing exteriors? Yes, but this is really good. They have the animatronics in the front. They had a little line queue where you can look at things. It's not very boring. Um, so if I was gonna go on exterior, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 10. Have I seen better? Yes, I have seen better, but it's actually very well done, and I would give that a 10. So let's jot down a 10 for the exterior. And we're going to try to get 100% here on this ride, but we'll see. Okay, let's move on to the car and the tech. All right, the car and the tech. The car, I like how it's wooden. It's interesting. It's shaped like a coffin. That's another interesting thing. Um, would I say the technology of the car is anything special? No. Um, but the nostalgia takes it way above, way up on our you know our point system here. So I'm gonna say just off of nostalgia, it's gonna take it way up there. As far as tech, it's gonna bring it down because it's pretty average. I'm gonna go ahead and give that one an 8. Let's go ahead and get it an 8 there. Um, in the future, I will be having another. family members, friends here with me, helping with these rating systems because I want to hear other people's opinions. Maybe it does deserve a 10. I don't know. Maybe someone might change my mind, and you guys can always change my mind too. Go on there and tell me what you think it should have been. Think the car is nostalgic, or is it not? Is the technology pretty cool still, or is it kind of average? So anyway, so we're gonna give that an 8 for that. Let's move on. Line speed, and do I think this ride is worth it? That's an interesting question because I haven't been on the ride, so I don't know how quick the line goes. But I was aware there was a lot of cars they had on the track, so I can imagine that line goes pretty quick. And the ride actually, I noticed on ride went pretty fast, even though it's supposed to be about an average 6 minute ride. You were whipping through there pretty quick, so I can imagine, you know, they're getting people on and off all day. So let's see. I would say, is it worth it? And the line speed, and from what I've noticed, I would say that's possibly going to be a 10 because they had a lot of cars on there. And is it worth waiting in line? I would say so. So let's go ahead and give that a 10. Again, if you guys have any doubts or questions, you can always put it on my YouTube. I'll read it, go through there. And if there's a lot of problems, maybe we'll redo this. I'll bring up another person on here and we'll kind of go through our checklist here, or our rating system. All right, let's move on. We got animatronics. Animatronics, yes. This thing was full of animatronics. They had it on the outside with the doors swinging. They had some mist. Um, I did see a few. I mean, I only reason I put this in there is paintings. A lot of dark rides will have paintings, and that just doesn't do it for me. But this had full animatronics, left and right. You couldn't even keep up with it. There's so many animatronics. So we're gonna give that a 10 for sure. Got a 10 on animatronics. All right. We get to go to our scare meter. All right, let's pull it up. Oh, right there. Pull it up. Um, our scare meter. Yes. Well, you know what I'm gonna give this. We're gonna give it a red. This is definitely red zone. So since it's red, we're just gonna give that automatic 10 because red is the highest scare. Um, I'm sure kids would easily get scared on this one, even adults. So we're gonna give that one a 10 for sure. All right. Okay, now let's go ahead and let's see our length. Okay. Well, I already told you guys it's a 6 minute ride on average. I haven't wrote it myself to really calculate how long it is, but it's what I've read, and we're gonna go off what people have said. So 6 minutes. I would say that's a pretty good long time for a dark ride. I've been on dark rides where they throw you in and throw you out in less than a minute. So we're going to give this a 10 too because it was definitely long enough. It went upstairs, it went downstairs. It didn't have any stops. The only thing I did notice, it was going really fast, and like I said, when you go real fast, it's hard to catch everything. I know they're trying to get people through. So all right, so we're gonna go ahead and give that a 10. Now we're gonna move on to multi-ride. Would I ride this again? Would I want to jump right back on and try it again? Heck yes, I would. Mostly because I want to see everything. So I'd want to go ahead and ride it again and maybe catch something I didn't catch last time. Um, would I ride this multiple times myself? Yes. Would I tell friends about this ride? Yes. Would I suggest they go on it when they go to the boardwalk? Yes. So that's going to be automatic 10 right there too. All right, we're doing pretty good on this one. Let's see if we hit 100. Well, we're not going to hit 100 because we got an 8, but we're pretty close to 100. All right. Okay, technology. Man, okay. It's hard with technology because are we talking about the animatronics? Are we talking about maybe like the lighting and special effects? Or are we talking about the track? I guess we're talking about all those things. When it comes to the track, I would say it's pretty average. Um, Slightly above average. I've seen cheaper tracks, I guess you could say. Um, Animatronics are great. Uh, Man, lighting seemed fine. They even had some fog machine effects. Man, this is going to be a tough one here. Hmm. What are we going to give this? What would you guys give this for technology? I would say it's not quite a super tech because of the cars and the track. I'm going to go ahead and give it, man, I'm going to give it a 7, honestly. And here's why. The track and the cars are kind of old school, which is great for nostalgia, but not great for technology. I've seen some cars, they're on these new tracks now. It almost looks like a roller coaster track. They spin around, um, they go up and down. They do quite a bit. So I think that's a fair point for that. 7 points for that. All right, we are now moving on to location. Okay, the location. I would say this has a great location. It's on a boardwalk. A lot of people go there. What else is in Maryland? Um, do they even have a theme park there, really? Or does everybody go to the boardwalk mostly? I don't know what kind of theme parks they have there. I should. I'm definitely gonna research it and see what kind of theme parks they have there besides this boardwalk. So right now we're talking about the boardwalk, and I would say I'm sure a lot of people go there. Heavily, you know, heavily traffic. People having a good time partying, um, hanging out with family. It's obviously must be on the beach, so you're gonna get a lot of people there. This is a great location. Um, is it Disneyland? No. Is it Knott's Berry Farm? No. Um, but it is a boardwalk, and I would say this gets a lot of attention. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9 because, like I said, it's not quite a theme park, you know, but it does bring in a lot of people, and that's important. So location is great for that. Okay, now we're going to go to our last test here on the ride, and it's going to be the price and value of this ride. I thought the price was great. From what I saw, it was only $7 to ride this. I mean, some dark rides could go up to 10, $12. Um, and they usually are pretty good. But for this quality of ride for $7 is great. Um, the price and the value of it is great. It goes hand in hand. I'd wait in line again for it to go on it again. If I brought friends, I'd go on it again. So yeah, we're gonna give that a 10 because it's a great price. You can't beat that price. $7, you know. Okay, guys, and that's the end of the test here. I'm gonna go ahead and divvy it up and see what we got. All right, guys, we got a score of 94 for this ride. So in the end, we got a score of 94 for Trimper's Haunted House. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right, but that's how it said it was called, Trimper's Haunted House. And Maryland, Ocean City on the boardwalk. Score of 94 at the end. All right, guys, this is our first review, our first ride. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell all your friends about us. And I'll see you, Dark Riders.